Let's get into it.
Let's do it. How was your weekend?
My weekend was eventful. I had one of those, crazy New York days where just random stuff happens to you and all of a sudden it's 3 a.m. and you're wondering, where am I and how much is this cab going to be to get home?
Where were you? Was it a far cab ride?
Where the list... Well, where wasn't I is probably easier. No, the cab ride ended up being like $20-$25.
Okay, that's not bad.
At all. Yeah, but I had no clue where I was. So
wait, so you still don't know? Can't you look at like the Uber, or did you actually get into a yellow cab?
It was a yellow cab.
Oh, so then you definitely can't track.
Yeah, no, I'm a yellow cabber.
You never take Ubers?
I just feel like cabs are cheaper than Uber.
Maybe.
Especially when it's raining. Don't ever get in an Uber when it's raining.
I don't like to get in Ubers ever, to be quite honest, in New York.
Oh, really? What do you do?
Walk.
Oh, yeah.
You know this.
Yeah.
I walk at...
Yeah.
Or I'll take the subway at 2 a.m. Probably
Same.
dangerous, but...
I didn't even know there was a subway near me. I just was like, when you're just like so out of it, you're just like, oh my God, I just need to teleport home.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That sounds like my night.
Yeah. Really?
Yes.
Were we like spiraling in different directions in the city?
I'm pretty sure we were, because I was out Saturday night too, and let me just tell you.
Yeah.
Left my credit card at the bar.
Okay.
Left my phone in the Uber.
Happened.
Somehow, my friends called me while I was at my apartment. My friends called my phone to make sure I had an alarm set because I had a 6:30 a.m. flight on Sunday. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. The Uber driver answers. My friend somehow finagles the Uber driver to get him, and then 3 of my friends got into the same Uber, came to my apartment. Meanwhile, I don't have a phone. So they're doing all of this, and I'm not even contacting them. So all of a sudden, I'm on like my computer being like, find my iPhone. And of course, I'm wasted. I don't even know what my fucking Apple ID is. So it keeps locking me out. And I'm like, dear God. So then I hear my apartment is buzzing. So I'm like, oh shit. So I open it. It's the 3 of them with my phone. And thank God, because I had this 6:30 a.m. flight, which, doesn't really matter anyways because I fucking missed it, of course.
I was like, I don't remember you flying anywhere.
Oh, no. So I wake up. I did set an alarm for 5. I wake up at 6 o'clock to me snoozing it. And then I think I came to and I was like, holy shit, it's 6 o'clock. I need to get to LaGuardia by 6:30. I don't even know why I was rushing because I was like, there's no way I'm going to make this.
From West Village to LaGuardia?
I pulled up to LaGuardia at 6:35. Obviously, the plane had departed. So I got on a 9 a.m. one. I am wasted. I washed my face in LaGuardia's airport, or in the bathroom.
Been there.
Was sleeping on the floor.
Oh, wow.
Boarded the 9 a.m. flight.
Ouch.
Was sexting some rando on Snapchat throughout my flight.
Have to.
And then I rolled straight got ready in my dad's car.
Yeah. Changed
in the back seat.
Yeah.
And then rolled into my best friend's bridal shower. And then did the whole thing over again.
Like a motherfucking rock star.
Yeah. I just came in like a hurricane, baby.
Yeah. I'm just picturing you with shades, just like...
I should show you the photo. We should post it. It's actually pretty funny.
Did the people at the baby shower know, or the wedding... Wait, what were you?
A bridal shower.
Shower. Yeah. Did they know you were coming in like a storm like that?
They didn't know I was coming in, periods, because I surprised my friend. So I just came in.
Bridesmaids.
I literally had to call my best friend who was going, and I was like, hey, I'm going to need you to bring a hairbrush, didn't brush my hair, a toothbrush, didn't brush my teeth, and and some dry shampoo because I couldn't shower.
This just feels like a scene out of a movie. It's a surprise, but you come in with a drunken stupor, like, hey.
Yep. That was me. Yep.
Oh man, yeah. I thought I had kind of a wild Saturday, but you just blew mine away.
And then I was literally in Chicago for 24 hours, turned right back around, and landed back in New York Monday.
I mean, I don't even know how. I feel like I'd still be recovering.
I am. Do you see what I look like? I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Wild weekends in NYC.
Yeah, that's just the life here, though.
Yeah. We just are a full throttle. We're either 0 or we're 10. There's nothing in between, I feel like. Right now, I'm 0. I'm running on fume. I don't know how you feel. That's probably why you're rocking the hat today. So maybe
I didn't have it in me to
Yeah, don't worry, me either. So.
Wow, this is the struggle bus.
No, but it's all good. It's all good because I'm going to Paris tomorrow.
Ooh.
And guess what else is going on in Paris while I'm there?
Ooh, I don't know.
Paris Fashion Week.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so I feel like we need to discuss who I should obviously try to stake out because athletes are going to be at Fashion Week.
You just got, also last week you got all those tips on how to pose.
I did, but I
Anything?
didn't know. They were not valuable.
I thought you were going to come back with some like golden nuggets for us.
No, they were not valuable.
Do you know of any athletes that are definitely going to be there already?
Well, I don't know definite, but I did see that Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld are in Milan right now. So there's a lot of people thinking that they're in Milan and then they're going to go over to Paris for Fashion Week.
As one does.
I'm 99% sure we'll probably see the Pod's boyfriend there.
Joey B.
Yeah. So I will be.
But how do you know where to go? You're just going
to. I guess I don't. I'm just trying to like
creeping around Paris.
Well, it's a work trip too, so I'll be like chained to my work hotel.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have a couple days of leisure, so maybe I can get lucky.
Yeah, I think you actually probably.
I'm going to manifest. If we can get the listeners to manifest it.
Yeah.
I also wouldn't mind, like, Stefan Diggs is kind of like a big fashionista.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he attends a lot of fashion shows.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe I wouldn't mind getting a glimpse of him, get Cardi B out of the picture.
Wow.
Although I'd be too scared.
You versus Cardi B.
No, I'd be too scared. I think I'd be too scared of Stefan Diggs, too.
Why?
Because we know why.
Oh, because he's a big D?
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No.
I mean, I've never seen it full frontal, but you can see it through, like, all of his, like, shorts and stuff. And it's big. And I feel like he would, like, throw someone around.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Sometimes the people who you think are going to be the most intense are, like, pillow princesses or whatever. And, like, the ones who you would
Is that a gay term?
I don't know. I don't know. Did I make that up, or that's real? Like a pillow princess?
I've never heard it. That's why I'm asking if it's a gay term.
Okay, so if I'm making it up, then for me, what it means is someone who just kind of like likes to lay there and be.
Oh, I feel like that's me.
A pillow princess?
Yeah.
me too sometimes.
That's why we're friends.
I feel like honestly, this is gonna sound messed up, but like depending on how attractive you are is how hard I'm gonna work. Is that controversial?
A little.
Like if you're like really hot, I'm going to be pulling out all the tricks.
I mean, right.
All the stops.
Yeah.
But if this is like a personality thing and I'm like into that, like it's going to be more of a.
They're used to doing the work, probably.
I mean, I don't know. I feel very vulnerable saying what I just said.
Don't. I mean, it's fine. We're unfiltered here.
Yeah. We're sports meets sass.
Yeah. No. But wait, oh my gosh. You know what we need to do?
What?
You saw that Alex Earl got dropped.
We need to come for her spot? They've got an opening for us?
Well, I don't know. What we need to maybe hit up Alex Cooper.
Yeah.
Would you rather be on Barstool Sports payroll or Alex Cooper payroll? For this pod.
Well, I just want to be on a payroll. So
true.
But I mean, I don't know. Like, I think Barstool has like, we'll have guaranteed like push into, they've got a pipeline.
Right.
Does the Unwell Network, have they demonstrated the ability to take superstars like us and turn us into megastars? I don't know. But I feel like Dave might be able to throw some shit at a wall and make it shake it up a little bit.
I think Barstool is more our personality too.
Yeah, was I saying it to you or somebody else that we should show up to his Nantucket house with like a mixtape or like a CD, like
back in the day? Yeah,
and like drop it off at his front porch with like.
Well, do you know where his house is?
The islands are small. I mean, we could find it.
Okay.
And just like drop off like a box and be like press play, and it should just be us.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like we need to do like guerrilla tactics to get his attention.
I think so.
Or maybe say like For Miss Peaches, just to like make him really want to listen.
True. Or like, we gotta go to that Pizza Fest again next year. This summer.
And just insult him again?
No, I'd have to butter him up now. He probably won't remember me. He definitely won't remember. We just gotta slip it.
But OG listeners remember the episode Banned from Barstool where he went up to Dave Portnoy and asked him if anyone else on the planet besides him was there.
No, I was specific. I said any other Barstool men.
Yeah.
Which I think he actually hated even more. Because I told you my tactic. It was you got to shoot for the moon and land in the stars. So like I'm not going to get Dave Portnoy. Like I'm not going to go from zero to the Prez.
Yeah.
So I need to land somewhere in the middle and like get in with one of like, one of the lower totem pole Barstool employees.
Spoken like a true hoe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just being strategic here. I know my worth. I know. I know what I can get and what I can't. I'm very self-aware.
You and Jack Mack or whatever, you know.
Maybe like liquor me up and I might think I can go to like from a 5 to a 9, or throw me in Milwaukee.
Yes, we need to find out when Dave's in Milwaukee, and that's when you guys need to bump into each other. Then
Never. So.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
I know.
So, I guess the listeners can just, look forward to hearing us on the stool.
Yeah, but now he's trying to go after Alex Earl.
Oh, he's trying to get her?
Yeah.
Does she even like podcasting though? Her is she really a podcaster?
I've never listened to a single word, but I think it's just like her talking, which that's what all podcasts are, obviously. But like, I don't think she does like interviews and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't really know what her like shtick is.
Yeah, like I part of me wonders if I don't know. I have to go back and listen to. I mean, it's super popular, so it's like the top 10 podcast. So what am I saying? I think it's up there.
Oh,
but is that because she's just super popular in general?
that yeah.
But I wonder what the drama is.
I know. I didn't read up on it.
Okay, so we need to find out where. We're in New York, and they both are in New York. So like, we need to. Just...
I don't think Alex Cooper is. I think she's in LA. Really? She's definitely LA.
Oh, she is.
And I think Alex Earl's Florida full time. I don't think she lives. in New York.
I mean, we need to show up at the Stool's house.
Oh,
we need to show up at Stool Prez. We need to show up at what's her
Alex Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper, and get them into a bidding war.
Right. Actually, yes.
Yeah.
We need to drive up prices.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody listening to this, when you see our videos on TikTok or whatever, or just at those two people.
Yes.
And just like let them know that this podcast, it's small, it's scrappy, but it's got promise. And they have a chance of getting us on the upswing,
We're more willing to take a deal.
We're like a rocket that hasn't taken off yet.
Right.
But like you can tell that we've got like an engine. Just it's kind of like a little rusty. And we're like doing some spit shine to it.
Right.
But all the parts are there.
Right. We're like, I don't know why this just popped into my head, but like, do you watch It's Always Sunny?
Yes.
Did you see the episode where they like buy a boat, but it's like that like disgusting like rusty boat?
We're the boat.
Yeah, and then they try to like fix it up, and we're that's us.
I'll have to watch the episode and see if you just insulted us or.
I definitely did. So I definitely did.
Okay, so we need to drive this boat to the.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, we just we need some investors.
Okay, sports.
Yeah. I guess we should maybe actually get into it.
Yeah. Okay, so should we do the LVPs and whatever now?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're so fake. Cut. All right, it's time for our most and least valuable players of the week. If you have an MVP or LVP, DM us or send us a voice note at You Throw Like a Girl podcast on IG, and we might read it on the show. Haley, who's your LVP this week?
So my LVP, it really actually pains me to say this, but as I talked about earlier, Saturday night I was at MSG, Madison Square Garden, most famous arena in the world.
Down the street from us right now.
Yeah, down the street. And I got to give my LVP to the University of Illinois men's basketball team because I got a front row ticket to the worst loss in their program history.
Oh my God.
So they took on Duke, which currently they're ranked 3rd in the NCAA.
Right.
Illinois fell 110 to 67. So not only was it Illinois' worst loss in program history, flip it around, it was actually Duke's biggest victory in program history.
It's like a fraction, like they flipped
it. So, just add like salt to the wound, like thanks, Duke. But yeah, I got to witness it firsthand. So I guess I got to witness history being made.
Yeah.
In the worst possible way.
Yeah.
Illinois missed its first 17 3-pointers.
That's crazy.
Like 0. So we kept like looking at the scoreboard and like literally is it field goal percentage? Is that a 3-pointer? Yeah. 0. Just zeros for like the first half. Like I'm not even kidding. So me and my friend were like sitting next to each other. I'm like, stop fucking throwing 3 throws.
Yeah.
Not 3 throws. 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Like stop attempting them. You're not making them. Like when you go 0 for 17,
that's bad.
Like maybe come up with another game plan.
Nobody's hot at that point.
Yeah, like Coach Underwood. Maybe switch it up. Like I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, like why do you think they got blown out so bad? It was just the talent difference, or do you think they were having a bad game?
Well, I think a little bit of both. Illinois has been struggling. They had like a major injury. One of our players like broke his hand a couple weeks ago. Right. Apparently people are like battling some illnesses too. So I think it was like a culmination of that. They were on like a 3-game losing streak. I mean, they started the season like 12-3. And we've just been like, and not a good time to be on the downward spiral. Like, I don't even think we're going to make the tournament, which is like so sad because that is literally my favorite time of year.
Wow.
And I'm going to be so sad.
It sucks so much when that's like the story of Miami's life is like starting off well, getting you all hyped, and then saying, bitch, you thought.
Yeah.
And you went to Madison Square and you, bitch, you thought.
Yeah.
No.
I rolled into that because 4 Illinois games at MSG, I was 2-0. I rolled in. I'm like, we got this.
Yeah.
I'm like bringing in. No.
You're bringing the good luck.
We didn't even say it till the end of the game.
I mean, you have to kind of abandon ship at some point.
Yeah. I was like, this isn't even fun. The best part about that day, we went to like a house party, which number one, I think is like crazy in New York because
Is it?
a fellow alumni like lives in West Village and he had like a duplex. Like, where have you ever heard of this?
Oh, like a house party. I think you mentioned like an apartment party, like when people just throw a party at an apartment.
I mean, no, it was like, and he had like, it was literally was like a college party. Like he had beer pong set up. He hired a bartender that also was an alumni, like that worked at like the bars on campus and stuff. There was like, everyone was like in their gear. Like it very much reminded me of like a college game day, which obviously that was really fun. And I tested out the freckles that I once gave Taylor Swift shit for.
Well, I saw
the
that
face freckles.
I thought that I saw that on IG and I thought it was like a filter.
No, those were real. Well, they were tattoos.
What made you want to put freckles on?
I just wanted to test them out.
Just a little,
like just a little school spirit.
Yeah.
And they were like orange.
Freckles are school spirit?
Well, they were orange.
Oh.
So like that's one of our colors. Like how she wore the red ones.
Oh.
So you can buy
like
different
those?
colors.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. All that hate you were throwing.
I know.
You turn around, how did you like it?
I loved it. So I loved it so much that I also bought a pack of, so those were like the spirit freckles. I also bought a pack of just like they actually sell just like fake freckles that I'm going to try when I go to Florida in a couple weeks because I've always wanted freckles.
The turnaround from all the hate to now buying like multiple packs is crazy.
Yeah. So they got my business.
Well, why wait till Florida? Why not just rock your freckles here?
Because I feel like I need the sun. My skin is so white. People are going to be like, what are those random fake freckles?
Okay, I see that. I see
it's like vacation face, you know?
I see the strategy behind it.
So anyways, hopefully Illinois can turn things around the next couple weeks. We'll see. But definitely got my LVP for multiple reasons.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Who's yours? Let's dive in.
So mine is like a little old, but it just bothers me. I think like once a day I think about this. And I was like, well, if I'm still thinking about it a week and a half later,
it needs to be discussed.
So I'm just going to play like a little audio.
Okay.
This is from Angel Reese's podcast. I think it's called Unapologetically Angel, or she has a podcast and she, a while back, like a week ago, she had like Lisa Leslie on.
Okay.
Did you see these clips?
No.
Yeah. Well, listen to this.
Off season, you improving your layups. Let's watch the clip.
Going in my season 2, what's some advice that you would give for me? Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period. Like, we're going to fix that.
Well, should I keep? Well, maybe.
That's fixable for you. And I think that's probably the biggest. I think your shot from the outside is improving. I love that your ball handling is good. Your defense is improved. Like, the fact that you be snatching that ball from...
That's enough.
What is happening here?
So on her podcast, she has Lisa Leslie on as a guest. Who, you know Lisa Leslie?
Yes, of course.
Dunking on Lisa Leslie from the Nicki Minaj lyric. So the reason Angel gets my LVP is because I don't know if she gets it or all of media needs to get it. Because she literally asked what she can improve on, and Lisa says, your layups. Okay, Angel's a professional basketball player, okay? That's something you tell someone in the 5th grade who's still working on making sure they can dribble with their left and their right hand. I am done with people gaslighting me into telling me that Angel Reese is some amazing basketball player, because I've seen with my own 2 eyes that girl play. And every time I'm waiting for the good part. She is so bad to me. I know I'll get so much hate for this, but I don't care. We only have a couple hundred listeners at the moment. I don't care. She is so bad at basketball that when someone comes on the pod to talk to her about what she, like, how's that? I mean, imagine coming on to LeBron and we're going to work on your layups.
I know. Wait, I know. That's like embarrassing. Also, I'm surprised with her ego, which we all know she has. Like, she was so humble about that answer.
What can you say?
Well, I mean, she could have been like, nah, my layups are good.
But she can't, because I've seen so many clips of her just like throwing it up and missing. And I all over TikTok, I saw people like flaming her and her. But I just thought this was like so like crazy to me. It's like, well, like, why would you get on someone's podcast and tell them that they're bad at layups? But it's just like the fact that everyone tries to make it seem like she's one of these like dominant players. Like, okay, like maybe she's better at other aspects of the game. I don't care. If you're playing basketball and you have trouble with layups, I don't care how well you can shoot. I don't care how fast you are. I don't care how you can jump. I don't care if you're the best motherfucker defender ever. That is like, there's no excuse. And you cannot call yourself a good basketball player.
Professional basketball player.
You can't call yourself a good JV player if you can't do layups.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, what's worse than not being able to do a layup? Like dribbling? I don't know. Like what is if
a free throw?
Like imagine someone saying to a baseball player, your game's really good. We just got to work on you catching the ball. Like, I'm sorry, what? Like imagine a baseball player who couldn't catch a ball. You'd be like, no, you're not good at baseball. You're not. I don't care if you can hit the ball well. If you can't catch a baseball with that glove, with your mitt, I don't care. That ends the conversation for me.
Yeah. I mean,
a soccer player, we got to work on you kicking the ball.
Yeah.
Like, what else are we doing out here? So.
Wait, I don't know if I'm going to give fake news like you always do, but did you see that she also, I don't know if this was like a tweet. Again, this could be fake, so we might have to cut it.
Yeah.
Where they put up like Caitlin Clark in Chicago, like on a banner.
Huh?
And I don't know if Angel Reese like commented on, like if she did like on X or something, but she said something about like how it was like not in my city or this is like city that I play in. I don't know if this is true. So,
she always goes so hard.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, girl, go a little softer because
she irks me. So I don't mind her getting the LVP.
It's either her or everyone that tries to convince me she's an amazing basketball player. Like, y'all need to stand 10 toes down and look at her shoot a layup and tell me that you think she's like the next big thing. Okay, let's move on to time for the MVPs. All right, time for our MVPs. Who's your MVP this week?
So my MVP this week, and I don't know, this might have happened 2 weeks ago, but I just caught wind of it last week and I thought it was kind of cool. The Chicago Steel, who is also near and dear to my heart because they are part of the United States Hockey League. So they're like a minor league team that plays out of Geneva, Illinois. And like growing up, I used to go to these games all the time. And a couple weeks ago, they hosted their second annual Eras Night. And what they did, apparently last year when they hosted it was their first time, and it generated, shocker, the largest ever crowd for a Steel game with 2,500 fans showing up in celebration of the eras of Chicago Steel hockey, paired with the music of our, one and only savior, Taylor Swift. So this year what they did is they held like a fan poll in advance of the game, and the fans got to pick which era that they would like celebrate this year. So guess which era they picked? Come on, just guess. You know the eras.
Of the Steel, the Steel era? I mean the Steel, like I don't know.
So the fans of the Chicago Steel were voting on Taylor Swift eras. Know Taylor Swift eras.
I thought you meant like eras for the team.
No, Taylor Swift eras.
Oh, which one they wanted to celebrate?
Yeah.
1989? I don't know.
No.
Reputation?
No.
Folklore?
No, they went with red, which also the hockey team is red, white, or red, black, and white. So like maybe that's why. Also, red is a good era.
The first night we like hung out, we were on that bar crawl and we were talking about what our favorite Taylor Swift songs were.
Yeah.
And you and Kim named one, and then I was like, did I say I think I said State of Grace.
Well, that's red.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So I do like red.
Yeah.
And you guys like, oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, you were in support of it, but I don't know I don't know how many albums have come out since then.
Right.
She busts them out with like Tic Tacs.
Yeah. But anyways, so what the team did as part of this night then, which this is the part that I think is like cool. Go. So they were celebrating red. So what they did was they took 5 different phrases and divided them up against the team's jerseys. And so they had 5 different jerseys simultaneously being like on the ice at one time.
So were they like lyrics?
They were in replica of the Not a Lot Going On in the Moment t-shirt.
Yeah.
And so like they said like, who's Chicago Steel anyway? Ew. And then it said like dopest non-NHL franchise in hockey. That's stupid. In my Chicago Steel era, I bet you think about us. So yeah, they like came up with all the different phrases and tied it back to like the game. And I think they're like raffling off the jerseys.
That's cool.
And I think I read somewhere that it was like the first time that a team has ever worn 5 different jerseys in a game, which makes sense. Like everyone wears the same jersey.
Oh, they were switching them out. Everyone was just...
No, like if there's 20 people on the team, 5 people took this one, 5 people took this one.
Oh, okay.
And they all had like their different, yeah.
I figured it'd be like, I knew you were trouble or something like...
Yeah.
Or I don't know if I like love the things they chose. Oh no, is that even red? I knew you were trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, I guess every single brand, every marketing team is like, okay, how do we work, how do we work Taylor into this?
No, literally, they need to.
That's crazy. I guess seeing the NFL benefit off it, maybe the other sports are like, well, they've paved the way. Now we know we can integrate Taylor into sports.
I mean, yeah, it works. It was the highest selling crowd.
I mean, you're talking about it. It's got your MVP.
Right, yeah. So I thought that was cute, though. Love to see it. Who are you going to give your MVP to this week?
Mine's less of an MVP and more of just a little bit of a I don't even call it a shout out. I kind of felt bad for the Dodgers pitcher, Jeremy, what's his name? Bobby Miller. Like,
where did you even come up with Jeremy?
Every time I Google his name, I do Jeremy Miller. I don't know why. But
Interesting.
Bobby Miller was hit in the head. He's a pitcher for the Dodgers. He got hit in the head by 105 or 106 mile per hour ball after pitching it. The batter whacked it, knocked him down, and he's already cleared to practice.
Was he like knocked out or anything?
No, he got up, no fracture, no nothing. He says I think he made a joke about having a hard head, but like, as someone who used to pitch, when they were like 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th grade, that was like my number one fear. If day of game, if I even had that thought, I'd be like terrified.
Yes.
The whole game, it never happens, but to see it happen, I felt so bad. And I'm just so glad that he's not like seriously injured because I feel like 100 miles per hour of a baseball at the head, like,
yeah.
I mean, thank God it didn't hit his eye, his nose, his mouth. I don't even know how he survived that. But what's even kind of crazier is a few days later, the Padres pitcher gets whacked in the face the same way playing the Dodgers. So I don't know like why this keeps happening with.
Oh my gosh, weird.
Yeah, but I know it's not like an MVP. It's more of just like I'm just like very thankful. I mean, I really know what's happening with the Padres pitcher, but at least for Bobby Miller, it seems like he's okay, and I'm just glad that he was able to sort of make it through that incident.
Yeah, that would be terrifying.
Yeah,
and I can't believe like nothing cracked, broke, split, like nothing.
Yeah, I mean, people were saying, we've talked extensively about like the Tua situation and like the Guardian cap. I mean, they have that baseball cap for pitchers where they have the padding in the front.
What?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Haven't you ever seen a picture with like kind of a bulkier?
No, never.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have one, and like, dude, wear it. Like, just put it on.
I feel like that would mess with your mechanics.
Probably, but so does a 100-mile ball. That's the mechanics to try to. I mean, but either way.
Which reminds me, spring training is underway.
It's in full swing.
Well underway.
Yeah,
pun intended.
For
you.
It's my story of the week.
Okay.
So
great.
It's not really like a story. It's not salacious. It's just like a whatever,
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, we'll talk a little baseball. But yeah, so yeah, he's come out and he said, "Thank you to everyone who has reached out. Really means a lot. Scary moment. I'm good. All praise to the man above. Praying emoji hands. Can't wait to get back on the mound." Like muscle thing.
Oh,
emoji. All right. I would not be racing back to that mound. I just wouldn't. I get scared thinking about it. If it actually happened to me, I'd be like, see, it can happen. And it just happened. So yeah, and as well to the Padres pitcher, what's his name? Cole Paplam. Paplam.
I don't really know him.
Yeah. I mean, his was only 102 miles per hour that hit him. But
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that is kind of true because if you're batting, you have the helmet. So why don't you have the helmet when you're pitching?
Yeah.
Because it's the same speed.
Well, no, it's the crack. That's how hard they hit them.
Right, I know, but I'm saying 100 mile an hour getting
yeah.
hit, but you don't have the helmet like you would batting, which
Right.
also is like 100 miles an hour.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like,
interesting.
They should wear it.
Right, right.
Or like maybe I'm a pussy, but put up the little like throw it.
Oh my God.
Stand behind that little
Yeah,
like
the net.
triangular net. Yeah.
Oh my God, you are a pussy. Yeah, no. Could you imagine? That would be hilarious. That's actually really funny.
Okay, so let's zoom back to like the hot topics. We still don't have a name for this section, but
I know.
do
So since the last time we chatted,
you have an update?
Yeah.
This is about the tush push?
No, but I
Is that even update worthy?
Yeah, I think so. Because
Okay.
it's relevant right now because of the combine going on.
Oh yeah.
And people are like actively, aka the Packers, who are pussies.
Yeah. Have submitted like a formal request to have it.
Do you think, first of all, are you in favor of it? Did we talk about this?
No, I mean I'm not against it. I'm fine with the tush push existing. I think the comment about there's two things. A coach brought up the fact that people get injured on that play.
Right.
So I think if they could prove with stats that it's something that does cause a lot of injuries, that it should be just like any other thing that they take away that causes a lot of injuries, the way they take takeoffs. But I don't know. I saw that tush push loss this season. Like we said, like 6 times in one game. I didn't see any injuries. So I don't recall people getting hurt on that play. So that doesn't sound like it. Even if one person has gotten hurt, people get hurt in football all the time.
Right.
So
you'd have to ban like literally every play.
Now, the other thing that someone said was that it's like more of a rugby play. Now, if you can show me the mechanics of how this tush push is happening and show me that this is not a football move, this is a rugby move, I could be convinced. But if they're not, as far as I'm concerned, if they're not breaking a rule, it's a football move,
Right.
So to me, no, I don't think it should be banned unless someone can come up with a good reason. Like,
yeah. Do you think it will?
Yes.
You do, like this upcoming season?
No. I think the fact that like the media has made it, the fact that the Packers have formally submitted something, it just seems like it's in kind of motion in terms of the bureaucracy of the league. It's not like someone came out in a press conference and is like, we need to ban that shit.
Right.
They're formally doing it. So I think the wheels are going, and I don't know. I really don't care. I mean, it really, to me, as far as I'm concerned, it's only benefiting a couple teams and it's not mine. So like, get rid of it.
I know. I don't really care
or
one
keep
way.
it. I keep it. I just don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care one way or another, but I did see that they're like actively advocating.
Yeah. What was your update though?
My update was we have a champion from the Four Nations Faceoff tournament in devastating fashion.
Oh, so we're just going to get right into it.
I mean, we have to. It's part of our updates for the week.
Yeah.
Did you watch the game?
I watched the game.
Were you just at home?
Yeah.
Well,
because an hour before the game, I'm walking back from the gym and I'm
right. That was, we were supposed to go.
There's a line down
we
the
were supposed to
block.
go to the Canuck.
Yeah, there's a line down the block to get into this. I'm like, and I remember I snuck. No, I didn't get it from the deli. I got it from a sushi place.
No, but still, like, I don't know how you went from bacon, egg, and cheese to chicken fingers to then like JK. It was actually sushi.
Well, because that's on the way. And I would have had to pass. I was checking like, how did I eat something that made me pass that bar? Because the Canuck, the hockey bar that Haley and I were going to go to is kind of across the street from me a little bit, like an intersection away, a block away from me. But what's crazy is this is the first time I've seen when I was walking by all the bars, except for one, every TV had the game on. People were crowded. I've never seen that for a hockey. Like it didn't matter like what kind of even business it was. If they had a TV, the hockey game was on.
Yeah.
It was, and I was saying like the line had kind of died down, but even still by like the third period, I don't know when I went and got it, but I was just like, wow, people are still like, you're not getting in. Like the bars.
Right.
The bar's like
it's at capacity.
Yeah, and no
like
one's
you're there for a game. No one's leaving.
No one's leaving. So I was like, that's kind of So
remember how we were supposed to meet up? Well, remember I told you I had to go to a Broadway show for work. Well, of course, like I swear to God, only this shit happens to me when like I am like actively trying to like get somewhere. So I go and see The Outsiders, which phenomenal. Like literally might be one of my favorite plays, if not my favorite play. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. At first I was gonna leave at intermission. But my boss is sitting next to me. So I'm like, shit, I can't leave during intermission. So then I stay. Also, the play was good. So I'm like, fine. So I'm like getting updates on my phone, whatever. The play started at 7. The game was at 8. 8:15 was probably puck drop, whatever. So I'm like, all right, I can probably get somewhere like by the middle of the second period, whatever. Well, 2 songs before the finale, the fucking mics go out. So they literally make an announcement over the fucking thing and was like, oh, we're having technical difficulties right now. We're going to have to stop the play. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. Like literally 2 songs left to go in the show.
That's crazy.
They had to stop the show for like 15 minutes. They come back on. So they end up finishing the show. So I'm like, of course, this happens to me. Then I'm like, all right, I'm trying to like rush to go meet my friends at a bar. And the game is like tied. I'm like, oh my God, I like need to get there. And I'm on the one going like uptown, fucking
the one is the subway.
Yeah, just stops for like 15 minutes. I'm like, one stop away. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
The universe is like stopping.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my God. But long story short, I ended up getting to the bar right before the start of the third. So I was able to catch the third and then overtime because the game, of course, went into overtime because that's what good hockey games do.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a couple of DMs being like, go Canada. I actually checked the DMs this time. But you know what else I noticed?
What?
I think there's also lots of other people who want to fuck hockey players too. Like people are jumping on the bandwagon.
People.
And you want to know what I also attribute this to? Did you see who we talked about last week too? The Kachuk brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're trying to be like the Kelsey brothers 2.0 because they're making their media rounds now. So like literally just this past week after the championship game, like Matthew Kachuk was on Jimmy Fallon or I think it was Jimmy Fallon, right?
Probably.
Or what's the other one? Jimmy Kimmel. He was on one of the two.
Yeah,
he was on one of the, I think it was Fallon, but he was on that. Then both brothers were literally on today's episode of New Heights. Like, so I feel like it's good for the game. Like people are like, I couldn't even remember the last time like a hockey player was on like a late night show.
Anything. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's good for the game and obviously good for like, I feel like Americans, like obviously it's big in hockey or in Canada, but like, yeah, they're making those media rounds and like now they're like famous. Like I feel like hockey players are pretty down to earth. Like they're not like divas, sort of like how some of the other athletes are where they actually become like celebrities.
Right.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean that like meanly, but like, you know, like Joe Burrow is like an athlete, but he's also like kind of like a celebrity.
Right.
And like, I feel like hockey players just have like a different persona. Like they just don't get into like that next level of like fame.
Well,
do you know what I mean? Like, can you name a hockey player who you would consider famous? No. See, it's hard.
Yeah. What is that about?
I don't know. I'm like, so I think like they are starting to like get more of a face to themselves in like the celebrity athlete world.
Well, there's something I want to play from a previous podcast that we did. Not to toot my own horn.
Am I going to be surprised?
No, it's not like exciting. But oh my God. Wait, was this the one? Hold on. I'm such an idiot. I flagged the time, but it came out. It's supposed to be the next one's supposed to be 6. Okay. Okay. I think it's this one.
Is it gonna be something about like my roster or something?
No. It's something that I said. Okay.
Like, I wouldn't say hockey's having its moment, but I feel as though, especially watching that doc and stuff, hockey's laying the groundwork to have its moment. Yeah. You know, I can envision a future where hockey is bigger in the US, but I don't think, how do I put this? Maybe the infrastructure's there in terms of media and hype and just making it into this big, big sport in the country. But I see the vision. I see when people love it. I mean, I always say,
oh, my jaw is on the floor, literally. That is actually insane. Give us the date of that pod release.
That was October 11th.
Was that when we were watching the Faceoff series?
Yes. After we watched it and we were talking about it, that's what I said. That was my comment. And when all this happened, I was like, wait, didn't we just talk about something like this? I think this was, back up. The reason I bring that up is because, did you hear what the president or whoever of hockey said the other day about, is it coming back?
Who, Gary Bettman? Is he the president of the NHL? Because that,
yes, Gary Bettman. Did you see what he said?
No.
About it coming back?
No.
It's not.
Wait, why? Because it never went away?
No.
Oh.
I think it's going to come back, but listen to what he says in this interview.
Like, wait, what do you mean come back? It's not like it didn't have its...
No, like next year.
Oh, the tournament.
The tournament.
Oh, I thought you meant like, is hockey having a comeback moment? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
No. The reason I was thinking about, about what was said on the previous pod was because I was, obviously, this huge thing just took over.
Right.
And all they're saying is we're so surprised how fast it's caught on and how much everyone loved it. And then the NHL commissioner, Gary Bettman, he says, quote, "The success has been so quick and overwhelming. We've got a lot of things to consider and sort out, including what All-Star game looks like going forward. But look, it was all good." He goes, he called it a quick appetizer for the international hockey that we played in the coming years. The Winter Olympics in Milan will kick off in 2026, and the World Cup of Hockey will return for the first time since 2016 in 2028, and continue every 4 years after. He says the goal is to do a full World Cup like you see in soccer.
Interesting.
He said so. While Bettman said he wasn't sure if the Four Nations Faceoff would be back, he told them that it was that they were asking the right question and that he didn't have all the answers yet. And that's when he should have gotten my LVP.
Yeah.
But I have another one lined up.
He's a lot of people's LVPs. Like, people hate him. Hate him.
But the reason is like there's a World Cup of hockey. There's who the fuck cares? Who cares? Hockey's been in the Olympics. No one cared. People cared about this four face-off. Like, you don't get to choose. We don't get to choose our listeners, right?
Right.
Our listeners choose. Like, a product doesn't get to choose its users. Like, the people who use your product, who listen to whatever, that's who you're creating stuff for. Everyone, you just had a moment unlike any other in the NHL, and you're telling me you're like, well, we've got this other thing in the works. It's like, no. What you need to do is say, back it up. We're not FIFA. We're not soccer. We're hockey. We have to do what works for us and for our fan base.
Yeah.
You just got handed a golden ticket of something that made everyone in the country and in multiple countries dial the fuck in. Like I said, walking down the street, every TV was on it. You cannot tell me that when they're playing in the Olympics, when the World Cup of Hockey is happening, that every TV is going to be on it. So when he came out and said that, I was like, dude, you're missing the plot. It doesn't matter. Make it bigger. Make it different. Call it the four face-offs. Whatever. You can't tell me that you're having this big moment and you're like, you know what? It was a good one and done.
Right. Well,
if there can be a Gladiator 2 movie, there can be a second face-off.
Yeah. Except I don't think it would be next year because they're already going to have to take time off for the Olympics.
But this is kind of what I'm saying. Make it work.
It'll be the return of NHL players to the Olympics because they were not playing for a while.
Nobody cares.
I think people care about the Olympics.
Yeah, because there's a million sports going on. No one's going to be like zero. This isn't
false.
This
1980.
This isn't swimming or ice
false,
skating.
1980. Enough said. Remember when I was texting you this? And that actually happened during the game. I forgot that this happened during the game.
I was hoping you'd forget.
No, I will never forget. When you literally text me.
No, read your text. I
don't have my phone. You have to read it.
I was shook. I've been dreading this.
Listeners, let me just give you a little bit of the backstory.
I feel like I need to give the backstory, but you give the backstory. I'll give my backstory after you give your backstory because I don't like your backstory.
The commercial came on that was aired during the championship game that obviously was created for the championship game, where it's the infamous scene where in the movie Miracle from Disney, where Herb Brooks is giving his locker room speech. Herb Brooks, played by Kurt Russell? Kurt Russell, right?
I'm not helping your background story.
Kurt Russell? I think it's Kurt Russell. Yeah. I should know this because I was so heated that night. Parker's like, what is this? I'm just going to let you read it because I need you to set the scene of how asinine you sounded.
So the game's over. The regulation's over.
Regulation is over, right. It's going into overtime. And all of a sudden I'm sitting there and I see the current players in the locker room. And I see this guy that's kind of dressed, I think the word is vintage?
Anachronistic. Vintage. Like, doesn't look like he looks dressed as fine, but he does not look like he's from here. And so I'm watching this thing and it keeps going back and forth between these players who I know are in this game right now, and this dude that I'm like, man, I really don't watch enough hockey. I didn't realize that the coaches acted like this. And the reason I started dialing in and listening to it was because I was like, this is an intense package in terms of the media of it all.
It's only literally one of the most infamous speeches of all time.
Right, which is why listen, I know iconic when I hear it. I knew it was legendary when I heard it because I was like, this is giving legendary. But my question was, why did they save this locker room speech till after the game? Like, how they didn't know it was going to go into overtime. Like, why in the world would they save something so big?
Well, they probably, if they were about, if they didn't, like, let's say if the game wasn't tied, they probably would have played it like in the third period at some point.
Right. But even still, I was like, why are they playing this like locker room speech? Like, I still thought it was their coach. I was like, is this from a movie? But it would flip back to the players. I'm like, no, it's not a movie. And I'd be like, wait, it's like the whole back and forth. I was so confused. And then I text you, is this a Disney movie? And then in all caps, you respond, have you never seen this movie? And then I go, Miracle? Save it for the pod because I'm going to actually destroy you. It's my favorite movie.
It literally is my favorite movie. Like, hands down favorite movie. There was one period in high school, this is also aging myself, when this movie came out. Mm-hmm. I am not even over-exaggerating when I say I watched it every single night before I went to bed. And this was like when I was deep into my hockey player phase.
Yeah.
It's when it really began, was like, it began when I was a child, but like really
just,
started
rub
to...
one out like to the movie.
Okay, no, I wasn't doing that when I was watching the movie. But anyways, fast forward to today, and literally me and my brother, whenever we get wasted together, we end up like watching this movie. And we quote every line back and forth.
So I wasn't sure how hard you were going to come at me for never seeing that because...
But wait, you've never seen it?
No.
Well, you need to.
I'm not a Disney girly. I don't watch...
Neither am I. I actually hate Disney.
And also, when I feel like I know the plot of a movie, I don't like to watch it. And Miracle is giving they succeed in whatever they're trying to do, they win.
But you don't know the plot because it's like, it's such a good movie.
I mean, I feel like I hear about that team all the time.
Well, yeah.
It's like, oh, it's the 10-year, it's the 20-year, it's the 25th year. I'm like, damn, whatever the fuck happened in that game.
Right, you should find out.
I will watch, but I wasn't sure how hard you were going to come for me. So I did a little work. Now, listeners, this is going to take a moment. So
I'm scared.
Bump it up to 2 times. Hopefully you're not doing anything important. Or just skip this section because I went back and I looked up all the sports movies that I thought, well, I know were iconic.
That I haven't seen?
And we're going to go through each one of them right now because I was really prepared to be like dodging shots, taking strays, and getting hit full on with a flamethrower the way you texted me. So
I think I was a little buzzed.
Yeah.
So I was very animated.
I'm going to say these movies.
Okay.
And you're going to say if you watched them or not.
Okay.
If you've seen them.
This is a fun little game.
And I organized it in terms of sport. So if you're listening because you can hear me. Here we go. You can play along too.
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year, the 1993 film about a boy who discovers he can pitch with incredible speed after breaking his arm, starring Thomas Ian Nicholas, Gary Busey, and Daniel Stern.
Duh. He plays for the Chicago Cubs. Where do you think I'm from? Of course I've seen that movie.
Angels in the Outfield, the 1994
Joseph
film.
Gordon-Levitt. Yeah, seen it. Love that movie.
The Sandlot, the 1993 film about a group of neighbors. Major League, the 1989 film about a ragtag Cleveland Indians team trying to foil an owner's scheme by winning the pennant, starring Tom Bergener, Charlie Sheen, and Corbin Burson.
So I actually haven't seen this. Yeah. See, I've seen the childhood ones because that's more of like a adult
wild
sports
thing.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I remember my parents watching it and telling us to go into another room.
Yeah.
There's one. So I guess we're 1 for 1, but I think there's going to be more. Moneyball, the 2011 film about the Oakland A's general manager who builds a winning team using unconventional analytics, starring Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, and Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Of course. That was a good one.
A League of Their Own, the 1992 film about the formation of a women's professional baseball league during World War II, starring Gina Davis, Tom Hanks, and Madonna.
I've seen it, but it's been a while. It's been a hot minute.
I thought Rosie was in that.
She is.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she is not noteworthy.
Basketball. Air Bud, 1997, film about a golden retriever who astounds everyone by joining a youth basketball team, starring Kevin Zegers, Wendy McKenna, and Michael Jeter.
No, I don't like basketball, so.
You didn't see Air Bud?
No. I don't like basketball and I don't like dogs.
What about Air Bud 2?
You know that. If I haven't seen Air Bud 1, do you think I've seen Air Bud 2?
Well, that begs the question. What about Air Bud 3?
Is there a third one?
Yes.
Holmes, no.
Wow. Okay. The Luck of the Irish, the 2001.
Oh my God, with Ryan Merriman? Pass, of course. I loved him. Of course I saw that.
I mean,
He
wow,
was like,
wow,
yeah.
wow.
I loved him.
I mean,
I wonder what he's up to. I mean, he's probably like our age. Like, what do you think he's doing? No, he's probably older than us, actually.
I mean, like, people are like, oh, I knew I was gay when? Like, I don't know if I knew I was oh my God, he was so hot.
Smart house. I like literally wanted to have that house and like be his girlfriend.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was so cute.
What? Oh, still hot. I just Googled him. He's 41 years old.
Oh, so yeah, okay. So he's older.
What's like crazy to me is when I see these movies of like these young actors who are really hot. Like you can even say like Leonardo DiCaprio when he's a kid.
Yeah.
You're watching like, oh wow, like he's 12, but he's hot.
Yeah.
And when you're a kid, you're like, okay, but I'm always like, there's a casting agent out there that's like looking at like an 11-year-old girl or boy being like, yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
I always find that so creepy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he was a babe.
Oh my God. Okay, continuing on. Double Teamed, the 2002 Disney Channel film about twin sisters who make their high school basketball team and eventually reach the WNBA.
No.
Starring Poppy Monroe. And you don't remember when they're passing the ball? At the
I remember it. I didn't watch it because, again, I don't like basketball.
And you're coming at me for Miracle.
Miracle, based on a true story of a historic moment in time.
And here's the shame. I know you ain't seen these next two. Love and Basketball.
Come on, what do you think the answer to that question is?
The 2000 film about two next-door neighbors pursuing professional careers while navigating a lifelong romance.
No.
Starring Omar Epps. You didn't see that movie?
No. You knew I wasn't going to see it. What's the next one? Because I'm dying to know.
He Got Game.
No.
The 1998 film about a prison inmate who must convince his superstar basketball son to sign with the governor's alma mater, starring Denzel Washington and Ray Allen, a.k.a. Jesus Shuttleworth.
No.
Oh my God.
Again, are these basketball movies? Because you know I don't watch basketball movies.
Not only are they basketball, they're like the cornerstone of like Black culture. I mean, I feel like those two...
all right, first of all, it's not the cornerstone of Black culture.
I don't know, Love and Basketball, it's up there. It is, oh my God.
Well, why don't you give me some other ones like Remember the Titans, okay?
It's like Barack Obama and Love and Basketball. That is what we're
How about
working
Remember
with.
the Titans? That's a good one.
Coach Carter.
Is that with Denzel?
Oh, the
right?
2005 film about a standout high school coach who benches
Is that Will Smith or Denzel?
Team due to poor academics, starring Samuel L. Jackson, Rob Brown, and Channing Tatum. You never saw that? We're not afraid of our light. We're afraid of our like powers beyond measure. Blah 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 blah.
Here's the other thing. I think that's based on a true story too, right? Here's the other thing is like, I don't like to watch movies that I know are going to make me sad. And isn't there something really sad that happens in that movie?
Well, when you watch it, you'll find out. Hoop Dreams, the 1994 documentary film about two Chicago teenagers striving to become professional basketball players, starring William Gates and Arthur Agee.
Can we just skip over the basketball ones? Because they're all going to be no.
No. Air, the 2003 film about Nike's groundbreaking partnership with rookie Michael Jordan that revolutionized sports marketing, starring Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Viola Davis.
I did see that one. Yeah, I did see that.
Skip it.
Because again, my Chicago ties. I gotta represent MJ.
Okay, The Big Green.
No, The Big Green. I've never even heard of this one. Actually,
the 1995 film about a motley group of small town kids learning soccer. The Big Green. The 1995 film about a motley group of small-town kids learning soccer from an enthusiastic exchange teacher, starring Steve Guttenberg, Olivia Dabu.
You don't need to say these because I've never even seen it.
You've never seen The Big Green?
I've never even heard of it. Never even heard of it.
Wow.
Never even heard of it.
Bend It Like Beckham, the 2002 film about a British Indian teenager who defies her parents to pursue her passion for soccer, starring Somebody and Keira Knightley. I thought Bend It Like Beckham was...
the Indian actress, right?
Oh, yeah. Parminder Nagra. Wait, so who's that? Who's that Disney Channel star?
There's lots of them.
Who's gone kind of like bipolar a little bit. She was on that sitcom like what? Oh, come on. Amanda Bynes. She's not in Bend It Like Beckham?
She's the Man, and that movie is fucking amazing. Channing Tatum's in that one too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I brought it up.
Well, not that you've seen it.
Okay. The Mighty Ducks, the 1992 film about an arrogant lawyer who, by the way, the movie starts with him like drinking and driving or something.
Yeah, that's why he gets that's why he gets community service.
Which feels like a wild start to a kid's movie.
But also like what a great cast. Like Joshua Jackson is in that.
Emilio Estevez and Ooh, I always thought was kind of hot. And
Yeah,
then
he was back then.
Josh Ackland.
Also, you want to talk about
Josh.
sequels and the trifecta. Mighty Ducks 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Oh, now you watched the trilogy?
Of course.
But not Air Bud?
No.
Okay. Remember the Titans, the 2000 film about the newly integrated high school football team overcoming racial tensions, starring Denzel Washington, Will Patton, and Wood Harris.
Love this, of course. And Hayden Panettiere, a young Hayden.
Yes, a young Hayden.
Love that movie. Left hand.
Now
Strong hand. I love that movie.
Now I really hope you've seen this one.
I'm scared.
Because this one is another iconic one to me. Little Giants, the 1994 film about two competitive brothers coaching rival Pee Wee football teams in their hometown, starring Rick Moranis and Ed O'Neill.
Yeah, of course.
Icebox.
It's been a while, but yes,
yeah,
of course.
Female, the girl quarterback. The Longest Yard, the 2005 film about former NFL quarterback who leads fellow inmates in a football game against the prison guard, starring Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, and Burt Reynolds. Okay.
Do you know, like, one of my hinge prompts is, did we talk about this in the pod? One of my hinge prompts, which actually gets the most action.
I should have added Waterboy to this list.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is like, you name the topic or I say the question or whatever that stupid prompt is.
Yeah.
And mine is the most underrated Adam Sandler movie. And like so many people respond to it. And I'm literally just looking for one answer because that's like how I know it would be my soulmate is if they.
Big Daddy?
But see, no, this is where I think people, like, I judge them. I'm like, you're fucking stupid because you don't know what underrated means. Because, like, Big Daddy was overrated. Like, people are obsessed with Big Daddy. Like,
okay,
so
12 nights of
underrated.
Hanukkah or whatever? 12 nights of...
No.
8 nights of Hanukkah? Do you know that Christmas...
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to say... What's the one where he gets, like, rich? Because I just watched that.
I know what you're talking about. Oh, my God, what is it? Mr. Deeds?
Mr. Deeds. And honestly, I was laughing. And I don't even laugh.
I literally love Adam Sandler movies. So, like, I will always watch Adam Sandler movies.
Uncut Gems. I mean, that movie was amazing.
I didn't see it. But that's also not underrated. You know what? You can go on forever.
You didn't even see it, so it feels underrated.
There's so many answers.
What is yours? What is
my answer? Well,
don't you dare say
people can't be. People can't. You boys, if you're listening, don't respond to my hinge prompt.
Yeah.
But it's just go with it.
With who?
Brooklyn Decker and Jennifer Aniston, and they like go on a trip to Hawaii. You've never seen it. It's so good.
His movie with Jennifer Aniston was really good. The murder mystery one.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
But you should watch Just Go With It. It's great.
Yeah. I think my most used hinge prompt is like either like what's your simple pleasures, like getting the fitted sheets on the first try, or like there's other stuff in it, a little. And people love my like green. I have a green flags and yellow flags. It says my green flags, whatever. But people love my green flags and my yellow flags.
Well, what are they?
My green flags are which people. Okay. There's a guy named Michael that liked me who's hot. Okay, I'm distracted now. Where's my profile? Okay, so I say okay, so it's under the dating me is like.
Yeah.
And then I say green flags. Introverted, but can be talked into just about anything. On a first name basis with the ticket checker at the 72nd Street AMC. I think the gays love movies. And then
they definitely do. They have like Oscar parties. Are you kidding?
No, but like going to the movies and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. Yellow flags. My Uber is being held hostage by hackers. And I can't remember if I locked my apartment.
That's why you take yellow cabs. Because you literally can't even take Uber.
I can take Lyft. I can do Lyft. I can't do Uber unless I have my work phone with me. Okay. So back to speaking of hot guys, this movie was like the first time I saw like a full-on dick.
Which one?
In a movie. Any Given Sunday.
Oh.
The 1990 film, 1999, damn. About a fictional professional football team's fight to make the playoffs amid internal power struggles starring Al Pacino, Jamie Foxx, and Cameron Diaz.
No.
You never saw that?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, that movie.
Wait, what's it called?
Any Given Sunday.
Oh yeah, no.
Because that's what they say about football game.
Right.
Like Any
Yeah,
Given Sunday.
I know the pun.
When I tell you, like, back then, it's a little less shocking to see dick now. I think I saw dick on White Lotus,
Yep.
You see his dick.
I know. Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Back then, though, I mean, they go right to the locker room, then the shower, you see these big dicks swinging everywhere, you're just like, whoa. Okay. Last football one, The Replacements.
That's the last football one?
The 2000 film about a ragtag group of misfits players hired to fill in during a professional football strike, starring Keanu Reeves, Gene Hackman, and Brooklyn Langton. And when I was looking at this movie, it said that Keanu Reeves was so good at playing quarterback that the Ravens gave him a tryout.
Really?
To be a quarterback, yeah.
Wow. Well, you missed a really big one, I feel like.
A really big football movie?
Yeah.
The Blind
Friday
Side?
Night Lights. Blindside?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen The Blind Side.
What?
Yeah.
Do you just not like based on a true story movies? Because Friday Night Lights is also based on a true story.
I've only seen parts
Here's
of-
another good one. Varsity Blues.
Yeah, because I've only seen parts of it. This was my list.
You have never seen Varsity
Not
Blues?
all the way through.
Wow.
Okay, coming from someone who says they haven't seen Love and Basketball, it's like
Okay.
we each have some movies.
Yeah, I
we need
guess
to
we have.
watch.
Yeah, we have
Oh
some
my God, I'm gonna shove Airbud down your throat.
some reviews we need to
Yeah.
do.
It's actually funny, the movies that we haven't seen, maybe we should do reviews
Yeah.
of. Challengers, the 2024 film about 3 tennis players entangled in a love triangle as they compete on the pro circuit, starring Zendaya, Josh O'Connor, and Mike
No.
Becks.
I wanted to see it, but then so many people said it was bad, so then I just crossed it off my list.
I think it's like an incredible movie, but I don't think Zendaya makes it incredible. But like, I don't know why people hated it. I thought
Maybe
I
I'll
thought
watch
was
it on my
so-
plane ride tomorrow.
I thought it was so interesting because the whole movie, they keep coming back to this match.
Yeah.
But every single time they come back to the match, it's like a completely different match because you know more about the characters.
Oh, right.
But it's like they come back to it so much. I think it's crazy
That's cool.
how the same tennis match can have like so many different meanings.
Yeah.
I think it's so well thought out, but whatever. People hated it. The Fighter, the 2010 film about boxer Mickey Ward and his relationship with his troubled half-brother and trainer, starring Mark Wahlberg, Christian Bale, and Amy Adams.
No.
Oh my God. Such a good movie.
What's it called?
The Fighter.
Okay.
Christian Bale is probably one of the best actors of all time.
Well, we already knew this.
What's crazy is you watch the movie and then the credits roll and they show the video of the person he's impersonating.
And he looks just like him. Like he is him.
It's, I can't.
So this is based on a true story?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have the actual guy in
Yeah.
the credits, like
Yeah.
bopping around.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Christian Bale is crazy. Southpaw, the 2015
Mm.
film about champion fighter struggling to rebuild his life and career after facing a tragic loss, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Rachel McAdams, and Forrest Whitaker.
No.
You don't be watching shit. Foxcatcher, the 2014 film about millionaire John DuPont's involvement with Olympic wrestlers
Mhm.
Mark and Dave Schultz, leading to a tragic outcome.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell, Channing Tatum, Mark Ruffalo.
I actually have not seen that, and those are like 2 of my 3. I'm not a huge Channing Tatum fan, but Steve Carell is literally my number one. Wait, also, I forgot to mention this. Did you see that they put on a celebrity hockey game?
That was going to be what I wanted to watch. Did it happen though already?
Yeah, it happened last week. But like
Oh,
Bieber
wait.
was in it. Steve, this is what
Yeah.
triggered my memory
yeah,
because
no, I did
Steve
see that, but
Carell's
I
in
thought
it.
it hadn't happened
And
yet.
he is my number one like hall pass. Like I literally fucking love him.
Mm.
I mean, obviously he's happily married.
Yeah.
He is getting hotter and hotter with age.
I love it.
Like his picture from this charity like game, I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And like I also obviously because he plays hockey.
Yeah. I didn't know he played. I mean, it makes sense. He's from New England.
Yeah, no, and like he like plays in like men's leagues and stuff, and so does Bieber. Like when he goes up to Toronto and stuff,
Yeah.
he like plays in these men's league games.
Yeah.
And I knew Steve Carell did because he like plays like when he's on the East Coast and stuff. And like when he's in the office in those scenes when he's like skating, that's like actually him like skating around. It's like
When he's like, the test comes back and it's like,
yeah, the
it's
cancer test.
negative, and he's like,
Yeah.
oh my God. No, that's like a good thing.
Yeah, but that's actually him like running around. So, but no, the charity event did happen. But
Dodgeball, a true underdog. No, sorry. Well, I'll do that one. Dodgeball, a true underdog story. The 2004 film about a group of misfits entering a Las Vegas dodgeball tournament to save their gym, starring Vince Vaughn.
of course, who hasn't seen that?
Well, I could have said the same about a few things on this list. They sent. Happy Gilmore, the 1996 film about a failed hockey player who turns his slap shot into a golf career, starring Adam Sandler, Christopher McDonald, and Julie Bowen.
Duh. Are you excited for the sequel?
I heard there was going to be a sequel.
They're already like filming it.
Yeah, I'm nervous for it. You know.
Well, you know why I'm nervous?
Why?
Because Travis Kelce. Like, because of course. Because of course he is.
Okay. Now, this one is one of the most iconic ones. And for some reason, I feel like
I'm going to say no.
based on some of these other ones, you're going to say no.
Because you're racially profiling me?
Yeah. Well, I feel like you're profiling yourself. When I was making this list, I was like, I know she ain't seen this movie. About, he got game. I knew you didn't say, I thought maybe Love and Basketball might have snuck in there. I was like, love the game.
This is what you're saying?
This next one, no, this one's just like, You Give Me No Faith.
Oh.
Cool Runnings, the 1993 film about Jamaican
Yeah, of course,
bobsled team's
yes.
improbable journey to the Winter Olympics, starring John Candy, Leon Robinson, a.k.a. Cynthia Bailey's ex-husband from The Real Housewives of Atlanta,
Oh.
and Dougie Doug.
Yeah, I actually have seen that, but it's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that was like a good kid movie. Like that was obviously.
Cars, the 2006 animated
All right,
film
come on.
about.
Now we're getting a
You've
little.
seen Cars?
No, but now we're getting like, is this really a sports movie?
F1?
Come on.
You hear that, F1 fans? She doesn't think that Cars is...
No, I think car racing is a movie, but
What
we're
was he
talking
doing?
about like Disney cartoon movies.
What was he doing?
I'm a woman in my 30s.
Yeah.
I'm not watching like cartoons.
Wow, that sounds like you're deflecting. Seabiscuit, the 2003 film about an undersized racehorse that captures America's heart during the Great Depression, starring Tobey Maguire, Jeff Bridges, and Chris Cooper.
No. Mm-mm. No.
Motocross, the 2001 Disney Channel film about dating a teen girl who disguises herself as her twin brother to compete in motocross race, starring Alana Austin and Riley Smith.
Wait, that's like She's the Man, except
Yeah.
with soccer.
And he was wicked hot, too.
Well, Channing Tatum is the main character in
Yeah.
She's the Man.
Yeah.
And that movie is funny. Have you seen it?
Have you seen... We're on motocross right now.
No, I
you
have
seen-
not seen Motocross.
You haven't seen when she has like... She goes up to in her race.
Yeah.
And she has her nails done.
No.
It's iconic because all the dudes are looking at her like why are your nails
Well,
painted? And this is a 2025.
Right, I was
like,
going to say,
shit,
now
you know?
no one would think twice.
There's a football player who got an NIL deal with a nail polish brand.
I mean, yeah.
She has the thing on, like no one can tell she's a girl about
Yeah.
to do this thing. Look over and she wins. She does really well, but when she puts her hands on the thing at the start, she tells them it's because of like somehow it helps her.
Oh, okay.
The next race, all the dudes have their fingernails painted. Iconic. Alley Cat Strike, the 2000 Disney Channel film about a group of quirky teens fighting to win a bowling competition to save their school's reputation, starring Kyle Schmid and Kaylee.
Yeah, I used to love that movie. Oh, Kaylee Cuoco's in that?
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I remember that.
Wait, how you spell Kaylee with a K, right?
Yeah, okay.
That's her. And we've come to our last one. The Little Rascals, the 1994 film about a mischievous group of kids who get into various scraps, including a soapbox car race in their beloved neighborhood clubs.
Yeah, you want to know fun fact about that movie?
Travis Tedford, Bug Hall, Brittany Ashton Holmes, and Reba McEntire was in that as well.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Oh, yeah.
Does she play Alfalfa's mom or something?
I think she was just like at the race.
Or maybe
I
she
don't
was
know.
like the announcer. I don't know.
There's
But
something.
fun fact about that
I'll give you a
is
nickel if you give me your pickle.
the guy that like is the bully. I think his name was Spike in the movie with
Yeah.
the backwards hat. He's from my hometown.
Really?
Mhm.
He was Alfalfa? He was the one
No.
leading Alfalfa?
Yeah, he's not
With
out.
the-
Yeah.
With the hip. He's
Yeah,
not
I know
Alfalfa.
Alfalfa.
but
Yeah,
was
he's the one with like the backwards hat and like the leather jacket. Yeah. He grew up in my hometown. But then they like moved like for him to like go to LA and like pursue acting or something. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I would too if I started in Little Rascals at like
Yeah.
an age. I'd be
Yeah.
like, this is my ticket. All right, let me read that one more time just for the recording. The Little Rascals, the 1994 film about a mischievous group of kids who get into various scrapes, including a soapbox car race in their beloved neighborhood club, starring Travis Tedford, Bug Hall, and Brittany Ashton Holmes. So that wraps up this little detour we've taken
Yeah.
through.
That could have been like the whole pod.
That could have been the whole pod. And I just, like I said, I wasn't sure how hard you're going to come. And so I had to get loaded and be like, yeah, no, I haven't seen Miracle, but have you seen?
Right.
And I think we have our answer. So,
Well, I think we have our answer that I need to be more tapped into the Black culture.
yeah. And we'll start with we'll start with Love and Basketball.
Yeah.
And then, I'll pick one that I'll watch Miracle.
Okay, fine. Because if Miracle does not bring you to tears, I don't know what will.
Well, I don't know. The only movie I've ever cried in, like uncontrollably sobbed, one movie only.
Well, like Marley and Me or something when the dog dies.
That was close.
Yeah, I know. I
That
remember.
was
Yeah, I
close.
know, yeah.
Damn. Wow. Talk about like a top 5.
Yeah.
Um,
Click. That was another one that I was
no,
like.
that was.
Yeah.
Damn. You got a Rolodex of.
This is why I don't watch movies that make me sad. I know that
Like,
they're going to make me sad.
I didn't think The Notebook was that sad. This movie, Time Traveler's Wife,
Oh, I know.
I was like uncontrollably sobbing for like an hour. Like I was in bed sobbing. I'm like, she's just waiting for him to come back her whole life, just hoping he pops up. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why that movie hit me the way it did, but as someone who never cries in movies, that one sent me. Like, and I was like alone watching it on my computer at like in my dorm room or something, or like I
Yeah.
don't even know where I was. I was at
All right. Well, when I get back from Paris, we're going to do a recap
yeah,
and I want to hear your thoughts on Miracle.
Yeah.
And I want to know I want to know who your favorite player is
yeah.
after like if they go through everyone.
Yeah.
And I want to know if you got emotional at all. And it could be like a happy emotional or like
Wait,
it's not
what was the first question?
who your favorite player is.
Okay.
So once you get through the movie,
Yeah.
just keep that in mind. I'm going to ask you who your favorite and least favorite players were.
Okay. And I'll
Okay.
try not to just make it the hottest one. And
I don't think it will
I'm
be
not
that
sure what
one.
my questions will be about Love and Basketball. I'll text you them.
Okay.
I'll text you. You gotta watch that one.
I have 2 6-hour flights coming up, so
You got time.
yeah.
I wonder, but now that we're done with our updates, should we get into the
Actual what? No, I feel like that was like sort of the first section. I just have one other thing that I wanted to bring up in the first section.
Well, let me see what I wanted to bring up, because I know I wanted to bring up that cruise that just came out.
Oh, I didn't even know about it.
Okay. Covered that. That was just a random. Yeah, covered that. That was fake news.
I think my other story I can relate if you're talking about
I mean, what
baseball.
There was the Yankees.
Oh, the facial hair?
And the
that
that
was something, yeah.
And the song.
Well, why don't we bring that up when we talk about
baseball?
Baseball, yeah.
Okay.
Because that was on my list too.
Then I wanted to talk about the cruise.
So why don't you talk about the cruise or whatever, bring up the cruise, and I have one other story.
That fucking cruises. So this just came out like today or yesterday, but did you see that the Steelers are hosting a like cruise?
Like the Pittsburgh Steelers? For fans? No.
Yeah.
Like sailing out of Pittsburgh Harbor?
Out of Miami.
What? What are the details of this cruise?
Oh, don't worry. I have it. And I also have the cash money.
Oh, more importantly, what does it cost?
To step on this cruise.
And is it all inclusive? Do you get to meet players?
Yes.
I'm sure there's like VIP levels, right? So if you spend more, you get more access to players.
I didn't see VIP levels, but I mean, obviously the room go up in price. I just want to see like the actual. I want to get the actual press release. Steelers.
I mean, I just think it's kind of funny that they're doing like a cruise. Like obviously, like I've paid to like go to events that like I know like players would be at, and like I would like try to meet them and stuff. I mean, I have met them. This was like back in my 20s. Like this is back in the day, but like a cruise is a little aggressive.
Cruise with your favorite Steelers legends, setting sail May 19th to May 24th in 2026. Keith Gary, Walter Abercrombie, DeMonte Dawson, and Louis Lips, an all-inclusive 6-day, 5-night Caribbean cruise. This all-inclusive experience will feature interactive activities with Steeler legends, including autograph sessions, beach parties, group dinners, meet and greets, and pool parties. It'll set sail from Miami, Florida, and be on the Norwegian escape ship, and include stops in Bahamas and Mexico before returning to Miami.
I mean, okay, I actually think this could be pretty fun.
Yep. And if you sign up now before April 1st, you'll get $250 off each person.
I wonder if like other fan bases, like if this catches on, if other fan bases would do this. Like I'm just like thinking out loud as you were talking about this.
Yeah.
Like let's say like the Bills play the Miami Dolphins, right? Like they're in this, in the same division, like, or maybe same conference, whatever. They like, it would be kind of fun, like maybe like leading up to like that game, like you go on like this 4-day, maybe, I mean, 6 days is a lot, but if you did like a 3-day cruise, like with other fans and like got like pumped up for the game, and then like maybe you could meet like your soulmate or something, because like if it's all fans like congregating on a cruise ship where people are like drinking and horny.
Yeah.
I feel like, but there might not be an in-between, like it might just be like 60-year-old like married men and then like families or something. You know what I mean? Like there's probably not a
who's going on this?
Right.
I couldn't imagine going to my family and being like, hey, let's all fly to Miami.
But would you go to like your friends? Like
I've been on a cruise with friends before.
No, but like a sport, like I could see myself going to like my Bills Mafia girlfriends being like, hey, do you guys want to go on this? And we probably would. Okay,
I'll tell you what it includes and you tell me what you think the demo is. There's all-inclusive dining, nightly entertainment, unlimited open bar, one specialty dining night, Steelers fan cruise swag, fan legend group photo. It starts off with a welcome aboard pool deck party. Then there's beach party, dinner with legends, autograph sessions, panel and presentations, team competitions, trivia competition, and the price. Now, if we're going to get into the cash money of it all, have you been on a cruise?
No.
Oh, interesting. Like the low level rooms start at $3,700. It's a little steep. Well, $39,000, but if you do it now, if you book now, you get $3,700, and that is it accommodates it's like 2 little beds.
So is it $3,700 for 2 people or 1
per person?
That's not worth it.
So it so No. Well, because that's only one fan is in the room. But if there's 2 fans in the room, it'd be $1,800 per person.
That's what I'm saying. Right. So it's $37 for the room.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, so $1,800, that's not that bad, I don't think.
Right. And rooms can fit up to, I think some rooms fit up to 4 people. But the price of the rooms go, if you want to get the nicest room, which is the balcony which is the gotta stop scrolling. The Haven Courtyard Penthouse with the balcony. It has a king-size bed, a sofa bed, and a private balcony. The room size is 328 square feet. So like what? That's my apartment.
Yeah.
And 44 square foot balcony for $8,500. That's steep. But yeah, that's the price to get in the door at the cheapest you can pay. I mean, the cheapest you can pay if you're going with just more than one person,
like I say
is $1,800.
Yeah, right. I don't think that's terrible.
Yeah. And the most you'll pay, like I said, is like up to $8,000.
Right. I think it's going to be like a bunch of like married couples.
Yeah.
That like, oh, let's go to this fandom thing. Because I feel like that's what I see a lot of at games, are like married couples or like 60 to 65-year-old, either single men or married men who like ditch their families for the weekend or the week. I don't think you're probably getting many.
Well,
like,
also it's
21-year-olds.
It's legends.
That's
so
what I'm saying. I think you're getting.
Older crowd.
I think you're getting an older crowd.
Well, there's yet to be announced.
Yeah.
People. What do you think about them doing legends and not doing current players?
I'm sure it's not their choice.
No, but the way they set it up, they could have said, hey, we want to get 10 current players.
I'm sure they do want that. I think the players are all saying, fuck no.
I mean, like I said, Gronkowski and his brothers had a cruise, like the Gronk cruise.
Well, yeah, because they're party animals.
Yeah.
And that would be a fun one to go on.
Like, I feel like, I don't know.
I would go on that one.
These themed cruises are kind of like coming into style. Like all those like EDM concerts have like EDC, like at sea, EDC. But I'm wondering if that's just like a new like part of the economy that's opening up, is like if you're a brand, if you're something.
I mean, why not? Try it.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to be successful? Do you think people are going to fly from Pittsburgh or wherever to...
Yeah, because I think Pittsburgh is a crazy fan base. Yeah. Loyal fan base. Yeah. I think they would.
Would you go for your team?
Yeah, I think so.
So the Bills have one?
Yeah.
You go?
I would go for the Bears.
The Bears?
I'd probably go for a lot of them if I had a chance to meet players.
And you definitely probably have the chance.
Not legends, current players.
Oh, current players. Maybe this is like a test run. If
I'm sure
to
it
me
is.
what this sounds like is like, okay, let's see what the demand looks like. Let's see how many people pay for this. If it is super popular, we'll do it bigger the next year.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Like, it's like teams like, you know what? Let's do a cruise. It just seems like so random, but I don't know, it could be kind of cool. What we'll need to do is wait for the TikToks to come out of the people on board being like, I'm on the Steelers cruise.
Yeah.
This is what they're serving us.
Yes, we'll have to follow up. Put it in our archives to follow up on updates. Back at when Memorial Day rolls around,
a year from
we'll
now.
have to see
okay.
what people think.
You said you had a story you want to talk about.
Yeah. I just came across this and I just want to know what you think when you hear the words body obsessed.
That like fragrance called Bod.
Okay.
You know that spray, that old fragrance? I want your bod. You remember those commercials?
No.
Oh, wow.
Well, what this is in reference to is the new tagline of the Nike and Skims collab launching this spring. So Nike and Skims,
I was wondering what they were going to do together.
Kim Kardashian's line, are teaming up to introduce a new brand, Nike Skims.
Okay.
And basically this is grounded in the innovation and belief in women. The product is designed to sculpt, but then also engineered to perform. So it's basically a sculpting workout clothes brand.
When you say sculpting, does that mean that like...
Because, that's what Skims are. Yeah. So like, it's like, it's like Spanx, so like sculpt wear, like what you wear under dresses and like, she has all those like leotards and bodysuits that like make you skinny. But now Nike's portion of that is then to incorporate like the performance behind it where you can actually wear it to like work out and perform athletically.
This reminds me of when Brady released the performance pajamas for like $200 that were supposed to like help you recover.
Yeah, that's probably what they probably will be like, oh, leggings, Lululemon, we're going to charge $150 like.
And these for somehow, some way.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's actually like a pretty good idea because athleisure wear is like so popular.
But isn't it like kind of out? Athleisure?
I don't think so, no.
You think it's so... Yeah, I think it's out. I think it's like kind of out.
I definitely do not.
Like, I put my Lululemon pants on the other day for the first time, and I was like, oh my God, I lost some weight. These aren't as tight. But I was like, I haven't worn these in forever.
Yeah.
But they were super comfortable. I was like, oh yeah, I remember.
But like, it just like Kim is just everywhere.
I mean, I think she's like just she had those Skims Beats headphones. I think she had like Skims like North Face maybe. I don't know, but there's like franchising that brand everywhere.
No, seriously. I mean, the Olympics had it.
Yeah, I know. She is
like,
everywhere.
oh, Ralph Lauren who? Hey, it's us. It's me, Kim.
I know. We covered that on the pod.
Like, it's just like wild. Have you been watching the new season?
No,
the new season dropped.
So
that's
why
the
Lamar situation.
Yeah, that was stupid.
I saw her being Chloe being Chris's assistant today.
Oh, that must be from a new episode.
Yeah,
but I mean, yeah, Kim is just crushing it.
Some people just print money, and she's one of them.
No, literally.
Some people just like know how to make money. They just like touch something.
Do you know what also I learned from this last episode? So Kylie Jenner, Kendall Jenner does 818 tequila.
Which is like, by the way, like the worst tequila.
It's so terrible. Yeah,
like
so terrible.
Extract.
Yeah, it's actually so gross.
Vomit.
But Kylie Jenner is now doing like a seltzer called Sprinter.
Yeah, I know.
And did you know that 818 and Kendall is the silent investor?
Was this a Ponzi scheme?
I didn't know that.
Well, someone's got a. What do you mean? Is this silent investor?
Like, so
Sounds
Kylie,
like you know about
like Kylie's the face of it,
yeah.
But Kendall is also in on whatever profitability this company has because she's like.
She's already in the alcohol space.
Right. I just thought that was so interesting because that was the first you were hearing of that.
I mean, I heard about the Sprinter thing like a year or two.
No, Sprinter, yes. Yeah. But the fact that it's backed by 818 and Kendall.
Wow. So a disgusting tasting company is backing this company? I have no hope.
I've never had Sprinter, so I don't know.
Yeah. Shout out to George Clooney for changing the game and making everyone want to have an alcohol.
Right? I mean, damn. Haley Steinfeld just came out with one too. A margarita one.
This is like back in the day when everyone had a clothing brand.
Yeah.
Like Young Buck had one. I mean, like everyone had a clothing brand because like Rockaway and Sean John killed it.
You want the booze now.
An Aviator gin with
he who shall not be named.
But yeah, everyone has one.
But really, I feel like Casamigos is what
it just started everything. Everyone's like, whoa, you can make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Also Casamigos is good.
It is. It's my fave tequila.
I really like it.
Yeah.
My fave is like more Milagro. That's what I like to rock with. Those who know.
Right.
Oh, and
we know. I thought that's what you were going to say.
Casa Azul. We're talking about my fave.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'll be curious to see like when it launches, what it looks like and how much it costs. We'll update.
Sprinter or the Skims?
Well, we know Sprinter. So the Skims, the Nike Skims.
Yeah. She really wants dudes wearing Skims. Like I feel like that's her goal.
But this is a women's line.
Oh, it's only women?
Yeah. Because it's a sculpting line.
Interesting. Like it's weird. It's like Nike's all about performance, right? So it's why are they entering the like sculpting area? It just doesn't seem like their brand. Like, hey, we're gonna like make you like. Because sculpting to me is purely about aesthetics and appearance. Like you want to look better, right? Because you're like sculpting is like kind of cinching in the fat a little bit. That doesn't seem like.
To be fair, apparently I don't own anything from Skims, but apparently they are like the most incredible, amazing, and also good and bad things comfy things. So I don't know.
I've heard some things are like Temu and some things are good.
But at the same time, I feel like obviously Nike knows what they're doing and they probably want to get in that long game. And on the flip side, what's that saying? The devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's getting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's getting.
Nike.
10%.
Yeah. You're known for like your performance. Oh, yeah. Well, here. Let me throw my daughter at you.
And this is like the world we live in, how high they've gotten. I feel like Nike called them. They didn't call Nike.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? like.
Yeah. They're trying to get in before the next Olympics.
Yeah.
So they can like literally do.
Oh, that is the long game.
Yeah. Because Skims is also featuring all those athletes in the ads.
You know what? DM us if you're buying Skims and let us know how it feels if you like it.
Yeah, please.
I feel like Wendy Williams clapped. She should suffer. Anyways, okay. Should we get into the story of the week then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I know we've had some salacious ones, but this one isn't salacious. This is back to like the boring old school one. But that's gonna get cut. It's not boring, guys. All right, time for the story of the week where we pick one story and do a deep dive into all of the nitty-gritty details. And now that football's out, baseball is in. Get ready for baseball to channel its inner tennis. Major league players at spring training can now challenge balls and strikes with cameras and computers deciding if the ump got it right.
Wait, what? I did not know this.
It's the ABS. automated ball strike challenge system that might just be the most futuristic experiment in MLB's 150-year history.
So let's back it up for a second. Who is allowed to challenge? The coach? Or like if I'm the batter, I can be like, that wasn't a strike?
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. And we're going to get into it. So here's my breakdown.
What?
This spring, MLB is rolling out a test run of its automated ball strike challenge system at 13 ballparks in Florida and Arizona. Essentially, pitchers, catchers, and batters can tap their cap to dispute a pitch call, triggering a lightning-fast review by Hawkeye cameras. If the pitch truly nicked the strike zone...
Hawkeye cameras?
Hawkeye.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a brand or a type of camera. If the pitch truly nicked the strike zone, the call is reversed. If not, you lose your challenge. The league aims to gather data, gauge fan reactions, and see whether technology plus human umps can coexist. Don't look for this in the regular season games just yet, but 2026 is the earliest possible start date if the experiment goes well.
So what happens if you lose the challenge?
It's kind of like football. You get 2 challenges, I think, in football, or maybe 2.
Okay, so you just get like per game.
Yeah, you get 2 per game.
Okay.
I mean, I have some thoughts on what we can get to like it, but yeah. So essentially, now if you're the pitcher, the batter, or the catcher, if you think the call was wrong, they'll do a recap. Yeah. What do you think about this?
I think this is like monumental to the game of baseball, first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, on the flip side, think like as we all know, like baseball viewership has been like struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you do need to sort of like keep up with the times, quote unquote. And like everything is going to automated things. Like even with football, people were complaining about the first downs. Like, how are we still using these chains when you literally have like all this technology and whatever? Like, I kind of feel the same way about baseball. Like, I think like there's so many instances where a ball or a strike can literally determine a game.
Yeah.
That like, yeah, why not?
But see, I feel slightly different, which is they're only getting 2 challenges, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're copying other sports a little too much here. They need to think what works the best for baseball. Because I looked it up. There's an average of like 136 or 146 pitches a game per team, right?
Yeah.
So we're saying there's almost like 300 opportunities for someone, or let's say 140 or so opportunities for each team to do this, right? But you only get 2. In the NFL, there's only 30 passes per team. So while challenges happen on all different types of plays in the NFL, it's kind of like it makes more sense for there to be 2 or so in the NFL because there's less plays,
right? There's
less times, and someone catching a ball is like monumental. A strike or a ball can be in the right scenario, but if there's 140, like I feel like they should get maybe 10.
It should be proportional.
Yeah, like okay, it's the bottom of the 9th inning. Like I get where a ball and a strike can make a big difference, even earlier in the game. But to like make a change that's this big but this small at the same time. You're like, we're adding cameras, but you can only do it twice. Like it's kind of like it's almost too small. I would have wanted more. I would have.
Well, maybe they're just dipping their toe.
Well, they've already done it in the Arizona League. Like this is the second stage of like
right. That's what I'm saying is maybe the number they're just dipping their toes.
Yeah.
And seeing how it goes.
So here's a little breakdown of exactly how it works. So forget the robo-umps. This hybrid system keeps the human ump behind the plate, but gives players a couple of lifelines per game to overturn missed calls.
See, that's where I think baseball got it right, because I think people would have been throwing a fucking shit fit if they got rid of human umps.
Yeah.
So I do think like at least they're doing like a hybrid.
Yeah.
Because I do think it also is kind of ridiculous that you're relying on someone's eyesight with like these umps are like in their 60s, some of them. Like But so I do think it's good that they kept the umps, because people would have lost their damn minds if they like were like, JK, we're just doing complete electronic umping.
Right. Well, I think they interviewed a lot of players also that like since it started and how they feel about it, and especially the younger players, they all seem pretty positive about it, but everyone seems to be like, no, like having the umpire there is part of the game. It's like you take that out, it starts to feel very different.
Yes, I agree.
I agree with that, but my feeling in this part of the discussion is the MLB doesn't need to be asking the players like how they feel about it. And I'm being completely honest. I mean, like, they've made the bases bigger. I think they've made like the running zone bigger. Like they've made changes that people maybe have been against or for in the past. But my point is more, you need to be asking the fat ass who's sitting with the bowl of chips on his couch how he feels about it. Because MLB is struggling the players will get used to whatever. You need to be tailoring your game to everyone watching, not in the stands, not on the field, but the people on their couch. I think that's the one thing the NFL got right. They said, fuck you if you're coming to our games. We're going to make it hell on earth for you to park, for you to watch this game with any type of like consistency, because there's always a fucking break when you're watching it live.
Yeah.
You forget when you're watching TV, all these commercials. When you're sitting there, you're like, oh, so we're just going to sit here for another 5 minutes?
I know.
NFL says to themselves, how can we make the TV experience better? So when the MLB is saying like, oh, we talked to the players, see how they feel about it. It's like, fuck your players. Like, who cares? Like if they took away the ump, whatever, if taking away the umpire made everyone at home want to watch more, that's what they should be doing. You know what I mean? Like I think they should keep the ump. I'm not saying that, but I feel like they're going about it wrong. They're like, okay, like, is this okay with you? Is this not okay with you? Is like, we're going to give you 2 challenges. Like, does 2 challenges make sense for the sport of baseball? I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Have people been using it?
Yes, it's already started.
I know. I just had,
because they used it in the other league already. Because they have like another league, the fall Arizona league.
But also to your point, though, I think they have to keep their players somewhat happy, because isn't there a player association? Like, so they could strike and shit, and they definitely don't want that.
They would get used to it. That's what I'm saying. Especially like the younger players, they'd get everyone gets used to it. You know. So each team gets 2 challenges. The correct challenges are retained. Wrong ones are lost. The pitcher, catcher, or batter must challenge instantly without dugout input. Which I thought was
that's
weird. Like,
interesting.
Like, why can't the coaches? Why can't they?
Yeah,
it's a little. Yeah, you would think whatever. Hawkeye Tech reveals a quick scoreboard replay and final verdict in 15 to 20 seconds, so it's not a long wait. And the MLB expects 4 total challenges per game based on the minor league test they've already done. So it's gonna happen like 4 times a game.
Yeah, this is interesting. This actually makes me kind of want to watch a game
to see it.
Yeah, just to see like how it goes.
So now the question comes up: what is the strike zone now?
Isn't it knees to chest or whatever? But then it would be different for people that like squat or people that stand straight up.
Right.
Like,
so umpires have always had their personal strike zones,
right,
which can expand with the count or the score. But under ABS, the zone is rigid and a bit shocking. So it sounds like to me, as someone who's not an expert in baseball, is that umpires, they call it a certain way.
Yes.
But also in certain scenarios, they might call things they wouldn't in other scenarios. So the automated zone is 17 inches wide, which is the width of the plate, and the top and bottom is customized to each batter's height. So
okay, so it is customized. Okay.
So it's done by percentages. So it's the bottom of your strike zone is 27% of your height, going all the way up to 53.5%. I don't know why they couldn't push it to 54. I don't know, all of a sudden we get technical, but that is the strike zone.
Okay.
But the plate width also, I'm looking at this thing from the website, it says it's like 17 inches. So the width is either 14 or 17 inches, whatever. It's 17 inches. Yeah, okay. So the automated zone is 17 inches wide with the top and bottom customized to each batter's height. There's no courtesy calls for 3-2 or 0-2 counts. The system doesn't care about the game context. So that's kind of interesting how like maybe it does not give a shit the way an ump might. Minor leaguers report initial confusion. Those borderline corners might vanish if the computer says no. And then the bigger bases and pitch clocks are child's play, they say, compared to the recoding of the strike zone itself. So there's that.
That is so interesting. I literally had no idea this was going on. So this is like really intriguing to me.
So if the technology is so accurate, why not let it call out every pitch? But it turns out, like we were saying, the players hate losing the human element. So fully automated strike zone calls tested in minors drew complaints about unnecessary perfection. Catchers say that framing is a core skill and full automation kills that. So you know what framing is? I had to look it up.
No, what is that?
Framing is when the catcher catches the ball.
Oh, and they pull it in.
Move it, and they position themselves to make it look like that. And they're saying, well, we no longer can do that if it's automatic.
But that is kind of true, because that in and of itself is a skill. I feel like that you on the defensive side can utilize to your advantage.
Yeah. And apparently
it's kind of like in football, like the snap count, like how quarterbacks can like manipulate to try and get people to do something. Like that's sort of like what I feel like framing is, like in a different way, but like similar, you know?
It adds to the drama of the game.
Yeah,
too,
for sure.
Know? It's like, it's almost like, okay, even if the pitcher didn't throw a ball, you still have a way of kind of making it a strike.
Right.
And like I said, the league has done surveys, and it showed that nobody wanted a full robo-ump, which is fine. But again, like, who are you asking? Ask the 50-year-old on the couch, the fat ass on the couch. But in the minor league trials, pitchers either loved it or they worried they'd lose the corner strikes. And hitters relished overturning brutal calls. So Colorado's Michael Taglia, he said, your heart races if you challenge, but reversing a strikeout is huge. Veterans worry about the pace of the game, though minor league data suggests minimal delays. Coaches debate the strategy. Do you burn a challenge early to calibrate, or do you save it for the ninth inning? And the MLB hopes that spring training reveals real-time user feedback on drama versus frustration. So like we said, like I said, it's not going into the games yet.
Yeah.
Just spring training. 2026 is the earliest we might see it.
Well, I mean, I'm all for like some change it up. I mean, look what the Yankees just did.
Talk about a new era.
It really is. But this, I think, also attributes to like kind of like the old school mentality, which we can get into based on what Aaron Judge said. So obviously, for those of you who don't know, the New York Yankees historically have been known for not allowing long hair or facial hair for any player that's on their team. Nearly 50 years of this tradition, and Hal Steinbrenner just stunned all of MLB and the sports world when they announced they would be loosening the club's longtime facial hair policy, allowing players to sport well-groomed beards. So I don't think they changed anything about the hair policy, which I never even knew was a thing.
We mean they couldn't have long hair?
I don't think they can have long hair either. They have to be like very well-groomed in both the facial and
they had no beard.
Right. Oh yeah, they get no facial hair. But I think they also had rules of
no long hair or beard since 1976. And when I saw this on my socials, ew. When I saw this on Instagram, they had these slideshows of the players like before they got to the Yankees and after when they had to shave. And if I needed any more proof that the beard is the male makeup, I mean, there were some hotties that went to total uglies when they shaved the beard.
I mean, I'm all for facial hair. So I feel like this is going to make me love the Yankees more.
And what I thought was interesting was it said the policy was inspired by the George Steinbrenner, the former owner who died in 2010, I believe. No, he was the owner since 2010. He recently passed. He was inspired by his military background and believed it was important for Yankees players to look clean and disciplined. It was all about discipline to him, which I thought was interesting.
I could see the theory behind that. I mean, like, at like a lot, I don't know if you did this, like, but at like Catholic high schools, they, like my brothers, they couldn't have facial hair.
Oh.
Like they had to be cleanly shaven too.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I did go to Catholic school.
And if you broke the rules, they made you dry shave. Yeah. And like my brothers, like obviously my brothers can't grow facial hair, but like my boyfriend in high school, like had some facial hair, and hockey players are notorious for like growing out like playoff beards and whatever. And you know, of course my high school boyfriend was a hockey player, but they would like all always get in trouble. But so I could see like the theory behind it.
Yeah. It's almost like make your bed in the morning, like the mentality.
Yeah. But however, it is kind of funny because I saw then like when they were talking to Aaron Judge about it, that he literally said like he will not be caught sporting any sort of facial hair because he was drafted by the Yankees and has been shaving ever since 2013. So it's almost like he like doesn't want to like, so I guess like if you're in that sort of routine, especially like athletes, I feel like have really strange and bizarre like habits like he probably is like, I don't want to break this or like, I don't want to go off my routine.
So true.
But I feel like there's going to be some hottie Yankees this summer with some beard.
People going from like not hot to hot all of a sudden.
Yeah. Glow ups.
Yeah. And I like it, but I'm also like, now I'm like, I know what's under there. And you know, like if I'm going to date someone, I need them to shave. Actually,
so
my ex refused to shave. And I was like, I just need to know what your face looks like. This
is the one that you like did the whole t-shirt thing with?
Yeah.
And you never saw him with a clean face?
Like the week after we broke up, I saw it.
When you were stalking his apartment?
No, that was like 6 months later.
Were you less attracted to him without the beard?
it was a different look.
Yeah.
I wasn't unattracted to him, but we were like, I was like, you fucker. Like, I waited all this time to see it without it after. Because there's something with like some medical, like he had to shave. There was some reason he had to shave. It wasn't like because he was like, oh, finally we broke up, I'm shaving now. It was, it was just by chance.
Yeah.
And so he sent a picture and I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all about the scruff. I think it makes someone so much hotter.
But the Yankees did make another change with their music. Did you see that?
No.
So
for like home games or
yeah,
okay.
Because this is all because George Steinbrenner, who's passed, his son's in charge of the team.
Right.
So he's the one that made the change about the beards.
Yep.
They're also changing what song gets played after losses.
Oh, interesting. So what is the song right now?
So previously it was New York, New York.
For losses?
Every game.
Oh, just every game. Okay.
Yeah. So for a loss, New York, New York. So New York, New York was first played at the end of the Yankees. I did a little bit of a deep dive here. At the end of the Yankees wins after Steinbrenner learned of Sinatra's version from a disc jockey at Le Club, a Manhattan restaurant and disco. Former team media relations director Marty Appel told the New York Times in 2015. The song with music by John Kander and the lyrics by Fred Ebb was first sung by Liza Minnelli for the 1977 Martin Scorsese film, New York, New York, and Sinatra performed it in a Don Costa arrangement in his 1980 recording, Trilogy, Past, Present, and Future. So who even knew that New York, New York was a Liza Minnelli song? I didn't know that.
No, yeah, right.
And it was from a Scorsese film.
Wait, that's cool.
So for several years, the Yankees alternated between Sinatra's version after wins and Minnelli's version following defeats. Wait. They put Liza Minnelli.
I know. Maybe that's why we don't associate the song with her, because she's a loser.
I swear, Gen Z does not understand what the world was like before all this woke shit and everything was just like, yo, put that broad song on, we just lost. Don't wreck Sinatra's, even though it wasn't even Sinatra's song. That is so on brand for just
for the 90s.
Yeah. So, but then in recent years, it's just been Sinatra through and through. And I think everyone was just tired of, they would hate hearing that song after a loss. So now the song is going to be, it's now the song. So after Sunday's 4-0 spring training loss to Detroit, they played Sinatra's 1966 recording of That's Life, a 1963 song by Dean Clay and Kelly Gordon. The change occurred 2 days after the team ended the ban on beards. So lots of small little changes for the iconic New York Yankees.
And that's like big steps for them.
It really is.
They are like a historic franchise that is reputably like old school.
It's also like, it's kind of gay, because it's kind of like, I can imagine a gay walking in and being like, why are you guys not having any beards?
They would want Liza.
No,
we want Liza.
I know. They're like, what's with the music, the vibe? Ew. Nobody. Why is every team hotter than us?
Wait.
This is all very gay.
Wait, this is so true, because they said allegedly one of the reasons why they wanted to get rid of the facial hair thing is because of recruiting. Because no one.
That's what, if you know your beard is truly hiding something, I think I commented on someone's video. Like, I guarantee there are some ugly baseball players that said, "Oh hell no!
Yeah,
I'm gonna lose all my endorsements. I'm gonna lose all my fans if they know what's going on under here." But it's just like, of all the changes,
so I need my real beard.
Yeah. I just feel like someone was like, "Why is our team like so ugly? And why are the vibes terrible with this music?" Like, if there's two things that gay people are focused on, it's like music and like a hot dudes. And it's just like, and so it's just like odd that like those two things, and it's like, because they have nothing to really do with the actual game of baseball.
Maybe Hal Steinbrenner is gay.
That's like if someone like hired us to be consultants to help the team, I feel like that's the kind of thing we would come in and say.
Yeah,
it'd be like, where are the beards?
Yeah, for real. Do you know, like, when I was growing up? Okay, I have a serious question for you, and then we can end on this note.
Okay.
In baseball, because we got the season coming up. Are you a pants up showing the socks kind of look, or are you the pants all the way down kind of look?
All the way down.
Okay. So when I was in high school and like growing up, I thought it was like so hot when like the guys would like roll it up. Now I'm like, whoa, woof. Like it has to be to the shoe.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I used to be
What
that.
about those guys that like kind of have like sockless, like nice dress shoes on with the pants that are like high, like you see their.
I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that look.
That works.
Yeah.
Just not like jeans. You're saying?
No,
look?
I'm saying in baseball, the baseball uniform.
Oh, the baseball uniform.
Yeah, like the baseball uniform. Yes. We think I'm just like talking about like street clothes?
Yes.
No, I'm saying on the field, are you a person that has to have the baseball pant all the way to the ankle? Or do you prefer where they pull it up to like their calf and show the color of the sock? Because I used to love
I'm trying
the
to remember
sock.
what I did. I'm pretty sure I had the sock.
But now the look is like everyone wears them down.
Yeah.
Except I think Aaron Judge does do the sock look.
I think when I was playing baseball, it was socks. Socks were showing.
But I'm asking you what you prefer from a
Now?
what's hot look.
Oh, down. And
Yeah.
they've made the uniforms like looser in years.
I know it's a shame.
No, I like to see that ass that makes you hit the ball really hard.
Yeah.
You know, the power's on the legs. Well, show me the leg.
Yeah. Derek Jeter, number one ass in baseball to this day. To this day.
Okay, on that note, should we get into our MVPs, LVPs?
Yeah. I think we need to wrap this up.
Okay, I think that's all for today.
I know. I have to take next week off, listeners.
Yeah.
Sorry. I won't be graced.
Right.
You won't be graced with my presence.
We'll have a surprise guest host
But
filling in.
I will be overseas in Petty, hopefully stalking Joe Burrow. I'll report back with who I find.
I cannot wait. If you run into a player, like you have to do something to make it memorable. Like run into them by accident, trip, fall, like spill your coffee on them by accident, or like I don't know, but just like make it.
I'll try something.
Make a
I'll do my
story.
best. I'll do my best.
Yeah.
We'll see. So yeah, tune in a couple weeks.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.